Hello, my name is David Epstein. I teach at the University of Richmond Law School. Among the subjects that I teach from time to time is what we call corporations, and I'm pleased to have this chance to talk with you about a book that I've co-authored called Business Structures.
Hi, I'm Rich Freer. I teach at Emory University School of Law in Atlanta, and my case book is Business Structures, along with my co-authors David Epstein, George Shepard, and Mike Roberts.
I think everybody that does a book makes the argument, oh, use my book. It meets your student needs. I think that our book meets the needs of students for a number of reasons. I guess the strongest argument is I think we do the best job of providing an understandable business context for those students who don't have any business background, and indeed in many instances are very concerned about taking the course because of their lack of business background. One of the co-authors of our book, Mike Roberts, teaches at the Harvard Business School, where among his many tasks has been to prepare those students starting the Harvard Business School with no business background for the rigors of the Harvard Business School.
We like the organization of this casebook. We think it's unique. We take each business structure as it comes, and we ask the same questions. How do you form it? How do you run it? Who's liable for what? How do you end the existence of the structure? And so the students are used to the same cast of characters throughout, doing various things in the different business forms. We think it's important that the students understand that there are no hermetic seals between the different business structures. It's important to understand that each one has pluses, each one has minuses, and you have to key those to your client's needs.
We've tried in this book to emphasize those problems that the students are most likely to encounter in practice. I guess to put it more strongly, those problems that most of our students are most likely to encounter in practice. Most of our students are not going to be working on the mega deals. Most of our students are not going to be concerned about duty of loyalty problems. Most of our students in their practice can be concerned about what their clients are concerned about, and that's money. The money issues that arise when a business is successful, you're trying to decide how to grow a business. The money issues that arise when a business is unsuccessful, and you're trying to decide what the appropriate exit strategy is. One thing that's a little bit unusual about our book is we've explained it to the students in terms of, well, to steal from a presidential candidate, to think of corporations as being people. And that like people, corporations have a life cycle. A beginning and an end, and we carried that theme throughout the course.
The case selection was very important to us. Obviously, there's some classic cases like Meinhardt versus Salmon that are in all the books. But beyond that, there are many, many doctrines that you can illustrate using cases from almost anywhere. And I think we have a very engaging group of cases. Some of them are funny. Some of our questions try to play off of that. And I'm very happy with the role that engagement plays here. I think students get into the material quickly.
Like everyone, we do new editions to reflect changes in the case law. But more than that, I think the biggest change that you'll see from edition to edition in our casebook is not a change in the cases that are selected, so much as it is a change in the way the material's presented. I think we're constantly learning from our students. Our goal is not only to meet the needs of our students, but to present the material in such a way that students realize that these materials are meeting their needs.
We think this book is very user-friendly. By that, I don't mean spoon-feeding, easy, not challenging. It is challenging. It asks great, very tough, penetrating questions. But we like to mix in enough original text to give the students a baseline so they can understand why the cases they're reading are important, and they can understand the questions and engage them.
Like every teacher's manual, We take the time to provide what we think are the best reasoned arguments for all of the questions that are raised in the book. But more than that, what we've tried to put in the teacher's manual is what we've learned from teaching these materials ourselves. What's worked and, embarrassingly, what has not worked. I think all of us involved in this book take a great deal of pride in what we've done and welcome any opportunity to talk to someone that's either using the book or thinking about using the book or communicating by email, whatever's more convenient for that person.
We think the teacher's manual is very important. We think that anyone who's going into teaching our book ought to feel free to contact any of us anytime. We love the feedback we've been getting. It helps us hone the book for future editions. One of the things we share with anybody who adopts the book, anybody who wants to talk about it, are exam techniques and exam questions. We give them syllabi. This course can work in 3 credits, 4 credits, possibly even 5 credits, although I've not taught 5 credits. And we're happy to share syllabi, assignment sheets, even exam materials. When I went to college, I became convinced that I wanted to be an academic. I was a sociology major, and I had a professor, Bennett Berger, who was just a mentor to me. And I loved that man, and I loved what he did, the idea of working in a world of ideas and getting to teach students. It just seemed like the perfect life. Rather than go into sociology, however, I had been told by my mother when I was 5 years old that I was going to be a lawyer. So I went to law school. She told my brother he was going to medical school. He is a doctor. I went to law school always with the idea that I would become an academic, and it's a dream come true. I have the greatest job in the world. As we all know, it is absolutely the best.